So today I'm going to be making videos handing out grades for every team's draft class this year. And we're going to start with the Seattle Seahawks. I know you have a great fan base. It's always very lively and engaged. You might not like everything I have to say. So with the first pick they only had 3 picks this year. In the second round, 56 overall, I took Dwayne Eskridge out of Western Michigan. 4th round, 137th overall, Trey Brown from Oklahoma, cornerback. And then 6th round, this was a steal. I love this pick, by the way. Stone Forsythe, offensive tackle, Florida. Let's start with Eskridge. He's just not my cup of tea as a wide receiver, especially in the second round because he's a slot guy. He's about 5'9", 190. He's got the speed. I think he ran a 4.38 at his pro day. But the agilities aren't always there. He gets bumped off his routes a little bit too often. He's got drop issues. He had drop issues in college. So there's some concerns there. I don't really love that pick, to be honest. Even with the depth chart they have, looking at the depth right now, locking in Eskridge as the slot receiver, the third receiver alongside DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, I'm just not a huge fan of that pick. The Trey Brown one, I'm okay with that. I think that's a pretty good pick because you brought him in, but he's only 5'9". He's going to be a slot receiver. He plays bigger than his size, I'll say that. But likely his best spot is in the slot. And if you're Seattle, you already have a bunch of guys, including Ugo Amadai, who have played in the slot in the past and given you snaps there. The Stone Forsythe pick for me is the best one because this is a guy who could legitimately potentially beat out Brandon Shell for the right tackle spot before the end of the year. He is fantastic in pass sets. He's 6'8", but his feet are so nimble. It's so unrealistic for a guy's size to play that well in pass protection. His issues, of course, come in the running game, which for Seattle, a team that likes to run the ball with Chris Carson, could be a bit of an issue, even though they passed the ball a lot more this past season, or it felt like they did at least. Maybe the numbers won't admit that. I gave him a C for their draft class. I'm sorry, I gave him a C. However, if we include the undrafted free agents they've signed so far, including Tamarion Terry from Florida State, who had a fantastic, I believe, 2019 season, and Kay Johnson from South Dakota State, who was fantastic for the Jackrabbits. I think he was actually probably going to be a better slot receiver than Dwayne Eskridge, in my opinion. Those two guys, if you put them in this draft class and you say these guys were, let's say they were 7th round picks or something like that, I would probably elevate it to a B- or a B. Because they've done fantastic so far in getting UDFAs. And Terry and Johnson are guys who I think could really make an impact on the receiving core.